Her Majesty was undoubtedly one wealthy woman as the Queen of the United Kingdom and its 16 Commonwealth realms. It is a moment of transition for the British monarchy after the death of Queen Elizabeth II, who ruled for 7 decades. In terms of wealth, Queen Elizabeth II is one of the richest women in the world. The Queen owns a number of palaces, diamond tiaras, solid gold pianos, practically every swan in the British Isles. In the wake of the death of Queen Elizabeth II on September 8, 2022, she led a life of great wealth. But just how much did she really have to her name? In this video, we will show you Queen Elizabeth's net worth. As part of the 53-member Commonwealth of Nations, the Queen of England has the title of Supreme Governor of the Church of England, and is also the constitutional monarch of all 16 realms within the Commonwealth. She is also acting head of the Commonwealth and is the First Lady of the Commonwealth. When she was 25 years old, Queen Elizabeth II became Queen of the United Kingdom and Commonwealth countries after the death of her father. She was the first child of King George VI and Queen Elizabeth. From November 1947 until Prince Philip's death in April 2021, she was married to Philip Mountbatten. They had 4 children together: Charles, Prince of Wales; Anne, Princess Royal; Prince Andrew, Duke of York; and Prince Edward, Earl of Wessex. On September 8, 2022, Queen Elizabeth II died at the age of 96, after serving as Queen for more than 70 years. Buckingham Palace confirmed her death in a statement. She died peacefully at Balmoral this afternoon, the palace said. She stayed at Balmoral this evening and would return to London tomorrow. A 1957 Christmas broadcast promised the Queen would give her heart and devotion to the Commonwealth. Despite all the issues she faced in her 7 decades of reign, she continued to give her heart and dedication to the people of these old islands, as well as those of our Brotherhood of Nations. A variety of sources estimated the Queen's personal net worth is between $447 million and $500 million, depending on the source. Her father, King George VI, had inherited a great deal of his personal wealth, and this was the source of her independent wealth, not derived from British taxpayers. Although the Queen does profit from the royal institution, since she also has her own unique collection of assets, it's not really relevant. A few of the assets include a truly enormous art collection and jewellery collection, as well as real estate such as Sandringham House and Balmoral Castle. There is a legacy given to the Queen by the Queen Mother, worth an estimated £70 million, including numerous valuable works of art. There is no doubt that Her Majesty has decided to place the most valuable items her mother left behind in the royal collection, where they will be held in trust for the nation, the BBC reports. The late Prince Philip, husband of Queen Elizabeth II, also was believed to have left a collection of Edward Seago paintings and 3,000 books worth around £10 million. In addition to personal wealth, Elizabeth accumulated wealth through the acquisition of expensive items, such as jewellery and art, as well as investments and real estate holdings. She owned a portfolio of privately owned estates, including Balmoral Castle and Sandringham House in Scotland, as well as other properties in England. Queen Elizabeth's fortune is expected to pass to Charles, but some of it is directly linked to the monarchy, meaning that inheritance could be more complicated. Queen Elizabeth II's eldest son, with Prince Philip, King Charles, will inherit her £500 million estate after her death. Her assets include Sandringham House in Norfolk, England, and Balmoral Castle where she died, as well as her investments, art collection, jewellery and real estate holdings. The Queen Mother's death in 2002 resulted in nearly $70 million in assets for Queen Elizabeth. There are stamp collections, fine china, jewels, horses, and even a valuable Fabergé egg collection and paintings by Monet, Nash and Carl Fabergé among those assets. A legal clause exempts the Queen from inheritance tax on the estate left by her Queen Mother, and Charles will be the same. As per an agreement with former Prime Minister John Major in 1993, inheritances between sovereigns are exempt from the United Kingdom's 40% inheritance tax. Although the British royal family's empire is worth $28 billion, Charles won't inherit all of it, including the estate of Scotland, the Crown Estate, the Duchy of Lancaster, the Duchy of Cornwall, Buckingham Palace and Kensington Palace. Fortune reports that his mother will only pass on his personal assets to him. In addition to that, you might be wondering, how did Queen Elizabeth build her net worth? Having ruled for nearly half a century, Queen Elizabeth II is one of the longest-serving monarchs in history. Her heir, Charles, Prince of Wales, keeps the title after her death. It is estimated that the Queen of England has a fortune of only $500 million, despite taking care of the global assets of the royal family. Aside from her inherited real estate from her father, Queen Elizabeth II owns a sizable stock portfolio. It is important to note that the Crown Estate is a real estate portfolio that belongs to the government, not Elizabeth. However, if she were to own the Crown Estate, the additional opportunity to acquire that property would raise her net worth to $25 billion and make her one of the world's top 50 richest women. It is estimated that the Crown controls $28 billion in assets through this firm, also known as Monarchy plc, according to Forbes. Here are some of its assets. Kensington Palace is estimated to be worth $630 million. Buckingham Palace is estimated to be worth $4.9 billion. The Duchy of Cornwall is estimated to be worth $1 billion. The Duchy of Lancaster is estimated to be worth $748 million. And Crown Estate Scotland is estimated to be worth $592 million. There is $19.5 billion in total value in the Crown Estate. Some of this cash, however, does not belong to the British royal family. It is owned by the British Treasury. Although the Crown Estate is theoretically the property of the reigning monarch, neither the monarch nor the government own it legally. Rather than be managed by an internal board, it is run by an external board. Forbes reports that Crown Estate will generate £475 million in profits by 2020, of which 25% will go to the royal family, known as the sovereign grant, and the remaining 75% will go to the British Treasury. For that year alone, the grant sum totaled £86.3 million. How much did Queen Elizabeth II earn on an annual basis? In 2020, the Evening Standard estimated that the Queen earned $97.2 million in yearly income from all her sources of income until her death. The Queen also serves on the board of the firm, which is also called Monarchy plc, Fortune reports. The firm is composed of members of the House of Windsor and the royal family which she led. The firm runs a multi-million-pound business empire that boosts the British economy via televised events and tourism, Fortune reports. In addition to the Queen as head of the firm, there are 7 other members of the firm. They are King Charles, his wife Camilla, Princess Consort, Princess William, his wife Kate, Duke of Cambridge, Princess Anne, Prince Edward and his wife Sophie, Countess of Wessex. Approximately $28 billion worth of real estate is owned by the British royal family as of 2021 that cannot be sold according to Forbes. With this much fortune, you might think, does the British royal family pay taxes? There are some taxes that the British royal family pays, but many taxes that are levied upon wealthy families in the country are not paid by them. In the case of Charles, for instance, he will not be subject to estate taxes on the hundreds of millions of assets he's likely to receive from Elizabeth, while for others, any inheritance worth more than $380,000 will be levied with a 40% tax. Furthermore, it is crucial to note that, under a signed Memorandum of Understanding (MOU) on royal taxation that was published by the government in 2013, the royal family is not legally obliged to pay the country's income tax or capital gains tax. Although Charles has taken money from the Duchy of Cornwall, he has voluntarily paid a 45% income tax on the money that has been brought to him. From their personal wealth, Elizabeth and Charles also pay capital gains and income taxes. When royal assets are not used in an official capacity, the 2 most powerful royal figures also paid such taxes for decades. During an economically difficult time for the United Kingdom, when inflation stands at an elevated rate of 9.9%, some British citizens wonder whether the royal family should be allowed to forego some taxes. What do you think of the Queen's net worth? Let us know in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.